Steve again, lighting to my path. I know what y'all are thinking. The title said he's going to show us about tilling the garden. And here he is showing goats. Why in the world is he doing that? Well, I'll tell you. This is my mobile fertilizer factory. Now, these are just pet goats. They're not used for meat or anything. But we keep them in this little dog kennel and move them around on the garden throughout the winter and let them do their business where they wish. They help clean up the old scrap in the garden, and of course they fertilize it. I'll show you here where we keep straw in there sometimes during the winter. It goes on the garden as well. And as we turn it under, it just adds more and more natural things to the earth. It'll rot and break down and be a good fertilizer as well. Well, this evening all we're going to worry about is this main section here. We've still got to move them around a couple of places over there on our smaller side for early veggies. But we're going to get going on this here in a minute. Okay guys, here's the tiller that we use. It's the Troy-Bilt Super Bronco CRT. That stands for counter rotating tines. Tires are going this way, tines go backwards. It's a real good little tiller, nothing fancy. For a small garden like this, it's about all you're going to need. Not a bad price on it. I'll let you look at Lowe's and see what they're running this year. That's where I got mine last year. Does real good. I have a couple issues with it that you're going to get with small tillers. These handles here are not the sturdiest things in the world. So if you're bogged down and you're trying to turn, you'll actually bend the handles around, which is no big deal. And it happens with smaller ones. And also the ground clearance. While this, where the straw stuff is thicker, it'll build up underneath it and actually pull your tines up out of the ground. No real way around that. But there she is. We're going to get her fired up and make a few laps. I want to show you guys a few things here before we finished up. If you can see, like right here, we've got all kinds of piles of that excess straw that the tiller pushed up, and that's what I was talking about with the low clearance. It just drags it in the dirt and pushes up into one spot, which does cause me to have to go back over spots at times, but it's worth it because now I can take a pitchfork and come through and get all these piles up, put them over there in the edge of the trees where I have my little fertilized compost pile, whatever you want to call it. Now I've got a good start to it. If I have places here like over there that don't have much straw in it, then I can shake them around over there and add it to that place as well. So it is a little aggravating the first time you tiller, but the next time I don't have this excess, so I'll just go right through it, no problem. Okay guys, we've made a whole round, got her all tillered up here for our first go round. We will be doing the whole thing, the whole garden area, at least one more time, maybe twice. Instead of going in the direction we went this go around, next time we'll do something opposite. Either make the go in the exact opposite direction or crisscross or something. The reason we do that is we have missed some spots. We know that because of the way the tines are made. And where we was pushing up the excess straw, it picked us up some. Now we tried to back up and get a lot of it, but we know we've missed some. So we'll do it in the opposite direction, and then right before we plant something, we'll go to that section and plow it up again. It just makes it so much easier to plant, especially potatoes, when you've got fresh plowed dirt there. I think I got a few shots of it using the reverse. That's something I forgot to mention with that one there. It does have a one-handed operation reverse. It cost about 70 bucks more, I think, 80 bucks more than the smaller version without the reverse, but it's real handy. We don't have it up now. We've got our post. We always put a fence up to keep our dogs and stuff out. We don't really have a deer issue or anything like that, but we do have dogs. We got a goat trying to get out of the pen too. She might make it in a minute. But something I thought of, if you don't have these goats, and a lot of people don't, we just had a couple pygmy goats as pets and started using them like this. Once you quit gardening in the fall or winter, whenever you decide to stop or have to stop, start taking these kitchen scraps, throwing them out everywhere in the garden. Eggshells, stuff off of lettuce and such as that are real good. Anything that would rot that you would put into a compost pile, you can throw out in the wintertime and it'll already be working for you. If you have a fireplace or a fire pit, spread your ashes around in the garden and then plow them in the spring. Helps a lot. You don't have to have a lot of space for a garden to be helpful to you. We just have this little small plot here, but this is February 28th. I've got supper on the stove in there right now. I've got opened up a gallon bag of beans out of the freezer, half runner green beans, and that's what I'm cooking that I grew here last year. So you don't have to have a big garden. It's well worth it. You might not provide every bit of food that you eat, but it'll help out on a grocery bill. And some things are just so much better out of the garden. Tomatoes, everybody knows. And if all you've ever had is canned green beans from the grocery store or from a diner or restaurant or whatever, you don't know what you're missing. They can't compare to homegrown, home-cooked green beans. I don't care how much flavor and seasoning you put in, they will never be as good. I grow half runners and Missouri Wonders, love them both. I've got the half runners today. And that just about takes care of the beans that I grew last year. But like I said, it's February 28th. 6 months down the road, I'm still eating on them. I've got tomatoes in there from last year. We've done run out of our corn and potatoes, and there may be some peppers froze still. But, every little bit helps, and it is a whole lot better even if it comes out of your freezer than if it comes out of a can. You know what's in it, and the taste is just so much better. Before I let you go, I want to just mention why I even did this. I want to do a whole video journal of my garden this summer. Not just for y'all, but for myself, so I can remember where I put things, how things went. It's a little better than just drawing it out or writing it down. And since I was doing that, I figured I'd post it on here, and hopefully some of you guys will do the same. Share it with us. I mean, some of you might have been gardening for 50 years. I've been around gardening my whole life. And there's little tricks and tips that we all have that others might not know. It's just like bushcraft or the Bible. You're never going to know it all and never be too smart. So every little, like I said earlier with the price thing, every little bit helps. And every little tip and trick helps as well. We'd like to thank everybody for watching. Hope you stay tuned for the rest of our gardening journal as the season goes on. Stay tuned for the rest of our videos. We hope to get a couple here in the next few days. I know we've got a tag video for a EDC knife that we have to get done. Things are a little busy around here lately, but we will get caught back up with the devotionals and the dirt time videos and such as that. But we thank every one of you for watching. Add your comments, ask questions, let us know what you'd like to see in the future. But we thank you all, and God bless.
Will the circle be unbroken by Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky.